In 2013, our family, the Colorado Crows, traveled to Eastern Canada for a family wedding. We were able to take extra time and visit our longtime friends, Ron and Marcia Barbanel, and their family who live in Halifax. Halifax is the capital city of Nova Scotia, Canada, and is located by the Atlantic Ocean. About an hour away from Halifax, we eagerly anticipated visiting the world-famous Peggy's Cove with the Barbanels. Peggy's Cove is renowned for its picturesque landscape, with houses perched along a narrow inlet alongside wave-washed boulders facing the Atlantic Ocean. Nova Scotia is home to many historic lighthouses. But the Peggy's Cove Lighthouse is one of the most well-known and the most photographed in the world. I'd like to invite you to join us on a tour of this famous lighthouse with our expert tour guide.
Hi, I'm Matt Barbanel with Peggy's Cove Tourist number 42. What's going on, Peggy's Cove Tourist number 42?
The waves are big.
Yes, they are.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I like waves.
Yes, we know.
And rocks.
Yes.
We have a lot of rocks in Nova Scotia.
That's what we have in Nova Scotia.
Oh, here we have Peggy's Cove Tourist number 43.
No, this is number 200. He came quite later in the day.
What do you think about Peggy's Cove number 200?
Amazing. It's got waves and rocks and white
What's
caps.
not to like about waves and rocks, really, though?
As you can probably see, there's a noticeable difference from the beigeish gray of the rocks to the black rocks. They're all granite, except the black. The only difference with the black rocks is lots of dirt and stuff gets washed up. These rocks can get very, very slippery. And I'm sure many tourists have actually, slipped and died, fell into the water. Yeah, you might want to stay away from the black rocks. It's a very dangerous place to be. I wouldn't really go fishing here off the rocks. It wouldn't be fun. Okay, so in 1998, a Swiss Air jet took off from New York, heading to Switzerland. So the flight plan was to go from New York to Gander, and then to Heathrow, and then one final hop to Geneva. A couple things went wrong here. Right around Boston, smoke was reported in the cockpit. So they were going to land at Boston, but then Boston waved them on to Halifax International Airport. Because the plane had too much fuel to make a landing, they had to dump the fuel and then come onto their final approach. As they went to dump the fuel, they went over, Peggy's Cove, way out there, and they dumped their fuel. And then they were turning around to make the final run on the runway, and they crashed for some reason. Just out there, just outside of Peggy's Cove, is where the Swiss airplane crashed. There were lots of bits of planes washing up around here, and yeah, it wasn't the nicest time because the plane was carrying lots of UN diplomats because the UN shuttle to Geneva had been canceled. Nobody actually survived the crash, which is, I think 217 people died in the crash, which is quite a lot. So, black box didn't really show much.
What do you think about this lighthouse, Matt?
It is old.
Yeah, it looks old.
It's old and it's pretty scenic.
You can't go in.
In a couple months, it will no longer be owned by the Canadian government as they are selling it to private
Are they?
groups.
Well, maybe you should buy it, Matt.
I think it's too expensive for me.
How about you, Sam? Do you want to buy it?
No.
I think we should just like turn it into a rocket ship.
A rocket ship? You gotta be kidding.
It looks
That would be a good idea.
It's a shame that Peggy's Cove Lighthouse is currently in outer space. But I have a feeling that by the time you decide to visit, it will have safely returned to its original spot where it has stood since 1915. Thank you, Matt, Sarah, and Sam for taking us on a fun and very enlightening tour of Peggy's Cove.